I had my moment. I worked on me. Now it's time to go to work for others.
Hey Vin, you've been doing real estate for a while now, yeah?
Yeah, man.
If, for all our viewers out there, or anyone interested who's trying to get into it or a beginner in it, and I would assume with, like most things, a bit cliche to say, but usually the most difficult part is to start.
Yeah.
What's your advice to those beginners or prospects to get into real estate?
You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Oh yeah.
Just start. Just do it. I'm getting into real estate, they're kind of either fresh out of college or they're halfway through college, not really sure what they want to do. I really haven't seen many people come to me fresh out of high school. It's more so the in between college and graduating college. Don't get into this business thinking you're not going to consistently have to educate yourself. Like I spent over $10,000 last year alone. This is no joke. I have facts. I can prove it all on here. In education, coaching, mentoring classes, business like personally out-of-pocket costs. You never stop learning. The market's updating, the market's shifting. So don't get into the business thinking you're just going to get in and not have to constantly learn. Now, if you have an interest in business and you find it, you're passionate towards it, yeah, get into it, because when you're paying for all that education, it's going to be stuff you want to learn. It's not like you're taking some pre-req class and you got to learn about History 101 or Art Class 104 and you're like, yeah, no, like, that's how much money? $900? No way.
So you would say self-education, becoming a student of your profession is adamant?
I'm a student myself. No matter how much I know or how much I think I want to know or others think I know, I'm always learning.
When you stop learning, you start dying.
Yeah, it's something weird. I know what you're talking about.
A bit cliche, but it makes sense. Yeah. You always want to be progressive and growing, but I'll let you take the reins with this. You're the real estate maestro. Now, your first few months getting into real estate and whatnot, being an agent, you were a team agent first.
Started off as a solo agent. I worked for Weichert Realtors in Mullica Hill for about 6 months. And that was great. That was cool.
So you were not a team agent first?
No, I wasn't. Maybe this was just because of my football background in sports. But I always loved the team. And I always swore you accomplished more on a team than you did as a solo agent. So as I was starting off new, I had like a natural intuition or gift that just told me, hey, look, you want to be the best, get in with the best, shadow, do what they do. Boom. And it really worked like that, and you had to earn that position. And, a lot of people know I started off on Tom Duffy's team at Keller Williams Realty in Washington Township. But I knew I had to be on a team, and I knew I had to be with somebody that was going to be able to get me up and started and help me out. I went in there, I interviewed with Keller Williams Realty. I interviewed with a lot of other brokerages after I wasn't selling any homes at Weichert, and I was drowning in debt. As I said in that 5 Ways to Fail as a Real Estate Agent, your mindset's everything. And I just made it up in my mind I was going to be successful. That was it. Like I'm trying not to get too intense here, but I really did. I just made a decision. I'm like, I'm going to make this work, and here's how I'm gonna do it. And I got invited to go to Keller Williams Realty, and it was just a culture that caught me like this. When they said God, family, and then business, I said, yep, this is where I want to be. Their value systems, their integrity, just that was home for me. And I don't want to get too off subject here. I'm sorry. I get talking.
No, that was on point.
Yeah, it was kind of on there. But I got in and I had to interview with the top teams. I want to interview with the top 5 teams, and I told the team leader, Matt Teeter, and Matt's a good friend of mine. We're going to tag him in this because Matt changed my life. Young professional like I am at the time too, and he'd seen me just starting off, and he filled that into my brain. Education. I came from a farm in Franklinville, and I worked my butt off to get where I'm at, and I always used my hands. However, when it came time to go into entrepreneurship, Matt handed me books, and I'll never forget, we were sitting there meeting this day, and I'm like, yeah, what we do is this, because you got to read it. He stayed on top of it and really showed the importance of education. Now I read at least 2-3 books a month.
Do you do audiobooks?
Audios, so I use audios. This is Eric Thompson right here, or Eric Thomas, I'm sorry. He says no net time. right? Net time, NET, no extra time. I play audibles in the background when I'm working out or when I'm just sitting in a room. Anytime that I kind of have downtime, I listen to it and it puts me in that subconscious state of positivity. And there'll be a solid 2 or 3 minutes where I'm doing something and I don't even hear the video in the background, but your RAS, reticulating activating system in the back of your brain here, just picks up a sentence that you needed to hear, and you
subconsciously.
And you just like sit there and you're like, whoa. Had I not been playing that video, would have never had that perspective.
Yeah, you would have missed it.
Yeah, I would have missed it.
Your first few months as a realtor, your struggles, just to kind of exhaust, you know, the worries and fears. Everyone's gonna have fear.
Oh man,
there's nothing really wrong with fear.
I'm telling you, I realized I wanted to get into real estate at a very personable point and low point in my life. But I didn't have a choice. However, when I got into it, I knew I had about $10,000 in available credit and a lot of other things going on. But I just said, you know what? I'm gonna get into real estate.
But your first few months, how did you?
Yep.
What did you run into?
You think
the hurdles?
You think you get this license and it's just gonna flow with business?
Yeah, it just makes money, just like a degree.
Yeah, you think you just get it and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make some money.
Salary. But then you're like, wait, I have to work.
So within 6 months, I was up about $7,000 in debt. Quick, because I went out and bought all the stuff. And you get your license, you gotta buy a brand new laptop. You gotta get all the notepads, pens, papers. You get your whole office space set up, all your dues. You think you are the shit. You really do. And then 2-3 months go by and you just ain't making money. And what you do today, what I do right now today, will ideally reflect 90 days from now. So what I do today, which I did, income producing activities, lead generating, follow-ups, all that fun stuff. What I do today ideally will yield me a check 90 days from now. That's 3 months.
Altogether.
Yeah, altogether.
It's not direct, it's indirect return.
Exactly. But it's proven statistically through the NAR, National Association of Realtors. What you do today reflects 90 days from now. Yeah, so you have to make sure you're planning for that too.
Okay.
Because seriously, if you leave a job, or everybody that comes to me, that's the first thing we talk about is your budget. Because I need to know you had at least 4 months of payments away.
Yeah.
Seriously, because there's that chance you get in the business, you get a cash buyer, you close like this. Yeah, that's like going and playing a scratch off.
Okay. Well, hey, before we cut this video off, just because I don't want to make it too long, why don't we give these new prospective real estate agents to be just a quick tip of advice? What do you just a quick little tip? Oh.
Just straight up makes
people running off the road.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? Like, you're in that much of a rush.
Anyway,
if you're new and you're wanting to get into this business, you need to really have a nice practice of working on yourself. And let me finish with that.
Go for it.
Yeah, your business will grow to the extent that you do. It's not what you guys are thinking. The business ownership and entrepreneurship, it's not about the business, it's about you. Yeah, when life is good, it's easy. But when it gets bad, I'm telling you right now, that's why you see businesses go out of business.
And not only motivation, but discipline too.
Yeah,
and the ability to audit yourself.
Yes.
Because motivation, it's got a small tank.
Yeah, it's just like anything else. It runs out. Just like showering, right? Just like cleanliness. You don't shower once a month. This is going to sound a little weird. This is Jim Rohn speaking. But, or Zig Ziglar. I think it's Zig Ziglar.
Oh, he showers once a month?
No. But he's saying motivation runs out. That's why we encourage it daily.
Gotcha.
Just like showering. It's kind of goofy, I guess, but maybe I didn't deliver that in the sense.
No, that makes sense. I like it.
It's just like if you don't constantly, and that's what I mean. Like you have to get into this business with practices. You have to know, like when you wake up, like some days you will just have off days. But you cannot have them for long.
The dopamine's not flowing.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like, I'll be honest. I woke up this morning. I was behind my alarm clock. Got a lot to do today. I had to realize everything had to be put on hold. I had to put everything on hold. And I took an hour and a half. I went out. It was a nice day. I put on TD Jakes. my net time, my audible, and I went for a 2.5 mile run. Back through the woods, cleared my mind, got back, and then it was time. Now once I cleared my mind, I had my moment, I worked on me, now it's time to go to work for others.
And now it's time to check out this new listing.
Yes, we're back.
Here's where we'll cut it off. Everybody, if you want to see more content and you like Vin and you relate to him and you want to get more information from him, hit that red subscribe button down below. Little red rectangular button, and hit the notification bell too, because it doesn't do anything if you just subscribe. So you do both.
Yeah, you
do both those. Give the video a thumbs up, and we hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Anything you want to say? Last words?
Comments.
Yeah, drop a comment down below. What do you think?
I'm gonna interact.
What if you are a realtor already? What have been your big hurdles in the beginning? What's your advice to others? Drop it down below. Let's make this little community in the comment section. Woohoo!